Hey everyone, welcome back to Triple R Reefer. Man, this video is going to be a rough one, at least for me. Apologize up front, tank is pretty cloudy and there's stuff on the water column. I did some rearranging, which you'll see here in just a minute. But, suspense, whatever, who cares. Moving on. Y'all remember this torch? Very pretty. Over next would have been New York Knicks and a Hellfire and then a green torch. Notice anything missing? Yeah, both gone to brown jelly. I say both. I actually have one Knicks head down in the sump. Doesn't look great. I don't have high hopes for it. But hey, if it makes it, I guess not as terrible as it could have been. But still pretty terrible. So I'll just tell you, I came home, let's see, in the morning, 4 a.m. is when I usually get up for when I'm working days. And I look in the tank before I leave every morning, just look around, just see if there's anything knocked off just before I get out of here. Put my algae sheets in, and then I'm off. Well, everything looked good. Everything looked great. All the torches, all the corals were in their spot from what I could see. And keep in mind, I'm not in there with a microscope. But anyway, come home, 12 hours. Okay, 12 hours has gone by. And I'm going to try, I don't know how to put a picture into a video, but I'm going to try. But I took a picture of it. But my torch, my Hellfire torch, every head, and there was like 8, maybe 10 heads on that thing, all of them brown jellied out. I've never seen that before. I've seen where one will get brown jelly and it kind of spreads a little bit to the others. Yeah, okay. It's terrible. Well, I've never seen them all just brown jelly out. I had to look at it a few times and be like, am I seeing this right? Like what in the hell? Yep. So it was all gone. All gone. And man, that hurt. That hurt a lot. I've had that torch longer than any torch in here. I've cut a lot of heads off of it over the years, and to see it go just really sucked. This guy here is becoming a up and comer. Don't know what it is. No namer. Anyway, so to get it out, what I always do is turn all the flow off, all the pumps off, and keep in mind the whole thing's covered in brown jelly. None of the brown jelly look like it had come off. Turn all the flow off, no flow whatsoever, and then I get a plastic cup, one of the cups that you put, I don't know, when you're playing beer pong. Anyway, I bring that in the tank, and then I put the whole torch slowly into the cup, and then slowly raise the cup out of the water. Try not to get any of that nasty crap in the water column. So I think, okay, well, big L. I'm heartbroken for a few days. A day. The next day, I come home, look at my Knicks is looking a little bit. I'm like, okay, well, there's not covered in brown jelly. Maybe it's just like pissy. I'm just hoping, okay? I kind of know what's going to happen. But I'll look over the top of the tank to where I can kind of see the backside where it's really pissy and there's a little bit of brown jelly. And I was like, I hate this hobby sometimes. I love it so much, but I hate it so much sometimes. So instantly grab my saw, get it ready, do the same thing, turn the flow off, turn everything, get it out. And I cut it. It wasn't really ready to frag is the problem. So it's like maybe like a 20% chance if I had to put a percent chance on it. And so anyway, we'll see what happens there. Tested the water. Everything was good. Y'all see what I do. I have SPS. I don't play around with my parameters. Everything was exactly where it's been. My phosphate was like 0.12, which I've been there plenty of times. Not like it was out of range for me. But it had been pissy. If y'all remember, that torch had been pissy for a while. And I had dipped it just to see if there was any bugs on it. Nope, nothing. I guess it just says finally it was his time in my tank. I've talked about this like recently too, But LPS is hard. LPS is not easy. I don't know, at least for me, okay? SPS is easier. I'm going to say it. I'm going to literally say the words. SPS is easier. Blast them with flow. Keep your number stable. You're good to go. A torch. Hey, I'm not liking this flow in here. It's a little bit too, not too much though, but a little bit more. Oh, I hurt my skeleton. Oh, and brown jelly. And God, so frustrating. At least with SPS, you know, you have a chance. I can maybe cut a little frag off of it. Ugh. Torches. Anyway, so I'm going to probably sell all my torches and get out of the torch business. I'm actually at least happy about one thing, and that's that I hadn't got my Holy Grail yet. And I think that worked out in the best possible way. So, kept all my money. I hadn't sold any of my fish. I hadn't done anything that I needed to raise. I've already got all the money, but I didn't do anything out of the ordinary to get that torch. And now I don't have to worry about trying to sell a Holy Grail because I want to get out of the torch game. They're pretty, but and all corals will break your heart, but God, LPS, Euphyllia. I'm gonna probably keep my hammers just because I don't, you know, whatever. But oh my God, just for no reason. I know there was a reason, okay, but for really though, in my control of my things, no reason. Okay. My last ICP test, I think it was like a 98 out of 100, 99 out of 100. It was mine are always great. I haven't done anything different in this tank. I haven't done any changes. Anyway, I know I could have done, you know, a few things, ChemiClean, Cipro, a few other, you know, things could have been done to maybe hedge against more spreading. But I'm also a risk versus reward guy. I'm not going to dose a bunch of ChemiClean in this tank for no reason and risk other corals just for some LPS that won't be jerks. It's very low risk for most people, but for me, I dose, I use Nopox, so I have to turn my skimmer off. Part of carbon dosing is you got to have a skimmer to remove that, otherwise it can get kind of crazy. You can have bacterial blooms. It could be very bad. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Oh, frustrating, man. What are you doing, Mr. Rash? You better get on out of here. Everyone's hungry. All right. So that's that. It is what it is. Torch game's not for me. I'm out. Let's see here real quick. I wanted to show a couple of newbies I got. I got this Vivid Confetti. I don't even know what happened to mine. I had two, and one is just gone. But I got this little Vivid Confetti from a local reefer. And then I got this TSA Fruity Pebbles. Great recording, Ross. Anyway, got those two guys the other day. So happy about that. And I moved them there just a few minutes ago. Did a little rearranging to kind of space things out a little bit more even. But otherwise, everybody's good to go. Anyway, I'm sure y'all have been through this before yourselves. If you haven't, brown jelly is terrible. It's one of those things that I think strikes most people that have had Euphyllia for quite a while. To me, it's unexplainable because I've seen people that have been like, oh, well, this causes it, but then they didn't have those scenarios play out in their tank to cause it. So, you know, whatever it is, I'm not sure. It sucks. That's all I can say. All right, I'm going to end it there, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. If you have any questions, any comments, any times this happened to you, feel free. Let's get a discussion going and we can cry on each other's shoulders. And I'm just kidding, but it sucks. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I don't know if there's much to enjoy, but if you did, drop a like, drop a subscribe, drop a comment, drop whatever. But I appreciate y'all. So I want to say that. I want to say thank y'all. A lot of support here lately. A lot of new subscriptions as well. Almost to 1,000. 300 to go. All right, everyone. I'll see y'all on the next one.